Hey world, it's being able to come back to another video. Family, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to my videos. I know there have been many of my family members in the garden that like, share, and subscribe, but aren't get the notifications when I drop videos. Of course, guys, you know I already had 2 strikes, so one more strike on this channel, and it's going to be deleted. So I just wanted to, and I don't know if this is gonna get me deleted or not, but I had to hit, I wanted to hit on it because I think it's important to understand history and important to understand, the reality of our existence in this country as a diaspora. And the diaspora family is us worldwide as Afro-melanated people. This is Memorial Day, and it's supposed to be acknowledging the veterans that were, killed in combat or no longer with us. I just find it disheartening. I just think it's disingenuous for a government to even have something called Memorial Day, and the families of these fallen soldiers and heroes are not financially compensated, sufficiently. GI Bill, VA loan. I mean, to me, that's a slap in the face when you're talking about what the veterans and current military personnel are doing right now. To come back after fighting in the war and to not feel loved. And I'm going all the way back from World War I, World War II, Vietnam, Korea. And like I say, it's difficult because I have many, many family members that were enrolled in the military. My dad, he was an Air Force vet. And I just find it very disingenuous to acknowledge Memorial Day and not make sure the families of every fallen soldier are taken care of the rest of their lives. Family, think about this. I always say pay yourself first, right? But isn't it ironic that the soldiers that go to war to quote unquote protect this country against, I don't know, because I don't know anybody that's trying to invade this country. I'm 52 years old, and I don't remember one time that foreign entities have came over here to invade this country. Now, you can say 9/11. Okay. But if you've seen how those buildings came down, there are questions, just like the moon landing. You dig? So it's interesting that 20 veterans commit suicide every day. Around 20 veterans commit suicide every day. That's not a story. And y'all are celebrating Memorial Day? It's disingenuous. Every military veteran should be taken care of. I mean, it just doesn't make sense to me that a veteran has to get a VA loan for a home. That veterans come back to this country and they have all of these multiple 501c3 organizations asking us to donate to them to help the soldiers, okay? Wounded warriors, all these different organizations that want us to donate so they can help the soldiers. That's the government's job. How is it that politicians live a better life than our soldiers? How is it that, at 18 years old, you join the military, you get out at 30, and you have to work? What? The ultimate sacrifice, and that's what I'm saying. It's like, I just can't even begin to, express my sorrow that I have for so many families of the fallen soldiers. And like I say, and it's so crazy because me as an Afro-melanated king, I feel that same vitriol when it comes to us not receiving any form of reparations for the treatment of Afro-melanated people in the 1600s, 1700s, 1800s, 1900s. It doesn't make sense. Because most of our taxpayer money, and the fact that this political system will let us know that billions of dollars are going overseas. When they have these stimulus packages, when they have this, these bills, these finance bills, not a finance bill, family. I would say spending bill, because anytime a president says, "Hey, I need this much money to make America great. I need this much money to help Americans," when you know that every year $3 billion go to Israel, millions and millions of dollars go overseas to different countries, and we have homeless people here. It doesn't make sense. And I guess this week they've been commemorating, and that's such an oxymoron. How do you commemorate what happened in Tulsa, Oklahoma in 1921? That's called Black Wall Street. And if you're not hip to what happened, family, there was a whole infrastructure of businesses, communities that was financially thriving in Tulsa, Oklahoma in the early 1900s. Afro-melanated communities, right? And what happened? The government, with that racist political system, and this racist political system that don't want to acknowledge it, went in and destroyed it. They have movies, Underground Railroad movies, Django Unchained. So even if you never went to school and learned anything about quote unquote slavery, just watch the television. Every month or every so often, they're going to show a slave movie or talk about something horrific that happened in America where we were, totally disenfranchised. I mean, family, there was something called the Jim Crow laws. And no reparations? It doesn't make sense. And so I just find it very difficult for people to go along and support this political system when those that are selected, because I cannot with a sound, conscious mind say that they are elected, because who in their right mind would elect people that's not doing anything for them? The system is whack, okay? So if I just want to come back and, like I said, it's Memorial Day, just to give homage to all the fallen soldiers, and it's so pathetically disingenuous to have a memorial holiday for our fallen soldiers, and not every one of those families are financially compensated, not with a GI Bill, with a VA loan, but with lifetime health care, educational stipends for their children, homes that are financed by the government where they're not paying anything. This is ridiculous. And like I say, if they're not doing it for the soldiers, they're not going to do it for Afro-melanated people. So Make America Great Again, I tell you, that 4 years didn't do anything but stoke more racism in this country. And if you don't believe me, watch the NBA playoffs and see how these fans are treating these athletes, trying to spit on them, throw popcorn on them, throwing bottles at them. Are you serious? We've been locked down a year and a half, and then the time you get to go to the game, this is how you're going to treat them? I'm telling you, it's ridiculous. But the baseball games, NASCAR, soccer, that's not happening to those athletes. Okay? So if I just want to come in the garden and cook up a little food for thought from a historical analysis about, one, how I feel the treatment of soldiers and military vets is disgusting, and how the same government that doesn't acknowledge and doesn't truly, compensate our soldiers is the same government that can show us movies about slavery, can show us documentaries about how horrific and how evil they were when destroying Black Wall Street in Tulsa, Oklahoma, or Rosewood, or what happened in Chicago, or the Jim Crow laws. Or when you see footage of the 50s and the 60s, how they was sicking dogs on women and children, water hosing us, beating us down. Are you serious? So, just a little food for thought, family. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And in the meantime, between time, may the Most High Inside you bring you joy. And being one is out of 5,000.